Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you had a good Labor Day. Enjoyed maybe some time off, some stuff with your friends, family, all kinds of stuff there. So hopefully you enjoyed what's going on. So we'll let some people come on here in a little bit. I got my guest behind the scenes with me. So he's going to come in here in just a few minutes. So we'll have Parker from Monthly Pops coming on. So welcome, Cannon. Gabriel, welcome. G Serrano, welcome. Slapshots, welcome too. So I see a bunch of people had a comment early. Who got the first comments? That's always fun, right? Who gets the first comment? So tonight's just kind of like our normal live. We're going to be hanging out. We'll take some questions. We'll also give some advice. We'll show off some cool stuff and we'll just hang out. Always fun. Always a good time. So, hey, yeah, everything's going great tonight. Hope everything's going well with you, Cannon. Like I said, we're just going to wait and get some more people on. I know notifications kind of funky on YouTube, getting out to everyone, making sure they know it's live. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure to do that. Always helps to get that out to everyone. So if you haven't done that yet, hit that like button, give us a thumbs up, and then I'll be bringing Parker on with me in just a minute here. So hopefully everyone's doing well. I had a good weekend. I did a lot of packing this weekend. If you didn't check out the Whatnot auction on Friday night, we had a fun time, raised a lot of money for a great cause, and did some fun stuff. So that's one thing that definitely, we really enjoyed. But that means a lot of packing in my part, right? A lot of packing of boxes and everything else this weekend. So that's what I did most of my weekend, part of it. So I did a lot of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to head and bring Parker on with me. So Monthly Pops is coming on here. Let's bring him into the stream.
What's up, Josh?
Hey, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sweet. I'm doing good, man. How's your Labor Day, brother? Just packing, finishing packing?
It was a lot of labor, actually. Spent most of my Labor Day packing the rest of the auction boxes. So I probably had all my weird stuff packed yesterday, and then had to dive into just all the normal stuff from sodas to pops to things like that. So it takes some time. It does, people don't realize, packing 120 boxes or so take a little bit of time. So
do you have a conveyor system with you and your wife, or
no? She's in the had the dining room table and was packing. I was out in the other room putting them together, and then also printing the labels and everything and getting that set and laying them up, and then I would make boxes and then hand them to her to pack and all that kind of stuff, and then make sure you don't mix up something. You're like, oh no, it's the right person, because a lot of the stuff we see is their username versus their real name, and they don't always collide very well. So it's hopefully we got the right person with the right thing, and so look, fingers crossed we haven't had a mix up yet. So that's always good.
No. The first time we did the auction, they gave us you know how they give us they email you the list, right? And you have obviously the name, or not the name of the person, but the name of the item, and then you got the shipping label basically to print out. Now, the first time Grant sent me the list, and it actually had the address on the same line.
Okay. So you could double check.
So I could double check. Yeah, I'm like, okay, because what I do is I just literally if I printed out that label and slapped it on a box, I just highlight that whole row, right?
Yeah.
And then the second time it wasn't like that. So I was like, oh, okay, now I got to be really careful, especially when you have, I was telling a few other people that have done auctions for the first time or about to, I was like, hey, be careful. If you have the same name, like All Might Fig Pin and All Might Pop, you can get it mixed up a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Welcome to Popologist. So Popologist came on, Katie's came on, Matthew, Dark Eye, welcome. So Cannon, you scored a common skeleton and a Mr. Freeze for $40. That's awesome. I know they're dropping crazy stuff at the Funko shop, Funko Hollywood and the Funko shop. They're dropping some other SDCC stuff that must not have sold in their warehouse or something. I saw them putting out stuff for people.
Yeah, I saw this pops
weekend.
post the other day, and I was like, "Holy cow, that's a lot of." I don't know. I've had a conversation. I want to know your opinion. I've had a few conversations with people about, I'm actually, I don't go to cons, right?
Yeah.
I've never, and because just, I've been busy working and we can't travel. So the virtual cons for us, even though everyone's all up in arms about not being able to get things, and, it's better for us because we're not able to go to the cons. So we have an opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably able to get more things than you normally would because what chance do you have at a sticker? At least this way you have a chance at a sticker, like a con sticker or a specialty thing where you don't have it. So that's definitely, something there.
Well, that's the other thing, like Cannon's saying, like you live in Pennsylvania, it's like,
yeah.
Well, and if you get those exclusives in Hollywood that are so amazing, like, how the flipping community is, like these non-collectors that just want to make a buck, and, we'll buy it for 15 and you'll see it the very next day for 70 or whatever. And, it's like when Marilyn Monroe or Tony the Tiger HQ came out, like they were going for crazy prices, right?
Oh, yeah.
They've gone down since then, but a lot of people still don't have them because of the fact that, Funko has 2 locations, or HQ in Everett or Seattle, wherever it's at. I don't even know. And then obviously the Hollywood location. So
yeah, it's so interesting. Like Seattle hasn't even done any, like the Everett location, that HQ hasn't even done anything special lately. Like I haven't seen them launch any, like all about Hollywood, which is great. And the lines are crazy there. I've seen a line like all the time. Anytime they're ready to drop stuff, there's lines like crazy. I don't know if Everett they kind of shied away from or what's going on with that. Like maybe because it's a smaller store, or maybe because it's their headquarters too, so they're not trying to get as many people there or travel. Maybe also because it's not like a travel destination. It's not as a big of a town, of course, right?
Sure, yeah.
Hollywood being LA and all the millions of people living around there, that kind of thing. So it's kind of, really weird. But yeah, I would love to see something on the East Coast. I see Cannon mentioning, it's really weird that they decided to open another West Coast store. Like they didn't open like a New York one or Orlando one, or somewhere.
Hey, you already have Disney World, man. I don't want to hear it. How about a Texas? How about a central location, man?
Austin one, maybe Austin one.
Oh, Austin is way too convoluted. I could see it being popular because it's Austin, but yeah, if it was like a San Antonio or not even a Houston, because some of the bigger cities are just insane. Like how it is, like on Orlando, but. Austin. Have you ever been to Austin before?
Oh yeah, many times. I used to go to South by Southwest about every year.
Okay, yeah. So then like there's continuous construction for the last 50 years, and it's just so congested, and the inner city's horrible, and it's just.
Oh yeah, and the prices, the living is crazy there now because of all the tech companies and everything that's going on there, and traffic's insane. Like only time I visited, I've been in the city. You live like right down by the convention center at a hotel somewhere around, right off of that area, around Congress Bridge or something like that, So I've always been like right in the heart of it, and I walked everything, or maybe grab like an Uber or Lyft or something to get around. But yeah, it's interesting when they do these crazy things when, it's pretty much like saying, hey, we want everyone to come buy these and to flip them pretty much when they sell them at the shop.
That's what it is. I've gotten lucky on a few things. Like I have 2 of these now. I think I sent you a picture of it.
Yeah.
I just got lucky with a good deal on like Macari.
I just bought one from. That's what I always look at. Macari's people start lowering the prices because someone tries to sell them for $60. No one's going to buy it. Yeah. You sell them for $25, $30. Someone's going to buy it because it's not bad. Like I don't know. I would rather pay $5 to $10 not to wait in their line sometimes. So.
You have no good Funkos in Canada. Hey, but at least you have the Toys R Us exclusives in Canada. We don't. I mean, is there any Toys R Us still down here?
I don't think there are. They were supposed to open some back up, but I think this threw it to a loop. I think it was supposed to be like more like a birthday party toy store shop, something. But I mean, yeah, Actually, in Canada too, some of the exclusives were a little easier to get some of the stuff from cons because they actually had retailers this time that had the stuff dedicated to them. So in the past they hadn't. It had been really hard for them. I know. Same with people I know from Australia. They were like the con stuff. They were able to go into the stores and just buy it. It wasn't like a mad rush fight for everything and craziness. Here, what's happening, and I hear this every time I go to a store, and I might ask if they have a new exclusive out or something like that. They're pretty much like, yeah, we have to put them behind the counter and hide them away because someone's going to come in and buy 20 of them. Like, because people are just after the quick buck. They're going to buy the 20 from the store, and then everyone local is not going to be able to buy one, and then they have to find something, or they're shipping them online. And I get buying a couple. Like, hey, if you want to buy a couple, buy a couple. You sell one, you make enough money to pay for yours. That's okay. But it's when people are like walking in the store, and they're going in there for a purpose of like trying to buy all of them out and taking them all away.
Look, we got Big Earn in the house.
Hey, welcome.
She said she's going to get you that Jeffrey.
Oh, I know. And I heard they did drop it online, but it sold out like super quick. And I bet people were doing a reshipper on that. I bet people had their reshippers on that to the US.
I actually looked up.
It's a pain.
For pop culture, I actually looked up some reshipper stuff because there was. I still have not seen in person a cyborg Superman. I still haven't seen it. I don't even know what it looks like.
You don't have I have one. I got one from Target.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it. So I was even looking on there to try to let me try to do a reshipper thing. And that's a pain in the butt. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
It's just like the whole setup for everything. What's going on, Adam?
Yeah, and people like Dark Eye has helped me before, like stuff that clears out of my stores. Sometimes his Target still has stuff no one touches, and I'm like, hey, can you ship me a couple of those pops? Because I couldn't find any here, and like people help each other out, which is kind of cool too. And I'll do that too. Like someone's looking Walgreens. I helped a lot of people, especially in Canada, early on when I was collecting a couple, like a year ago or so. When I started like looking at exclusives and trying to do a lot of trades. Before that, I didn't really do a lot of trades. So then I started doing more trades online and finding people, especially in like Canada and that, they're looking for Walgreens exclusives. Like the Marvel stuff, they couldn't get there.
Yeah,
that's what all it is. It's Walgreens, and overseas it started getting some of the specialty stickers, but they couldn't get things like Sandman and like Kraven the Hunter. So if you're a Spider-Man fan, I was like, okay, I'll trade those for like if you can get a Jeffrey for me or something, like all those kind of things.
Where do you like? Nice you just find these people on YouTube, like that are willing, or not YouTube, but Instagram, like hitting you up, or
I every once in a while, like I don't do a ton of that. I do, I get I like to know people a little bit before, but sometimes it's also through groups like Facebook groups or something that I've seen people post before. That's one thing too, is like before I do a trade, I look at people's like social media profile. Is it all brand new? Like just like made? Have they been around for a while? I mean, you look at my Instagram, it's like 10 years old. So it's not like I'm like fly by night kind of like creating this account and then going away. So those kind of things. Sometimes if, it's a first time trade, I might say, ship it to me first and then I'll ship you. Because if I can show you proof, I can show you who I am. And I don't really want to ruin my reputation that way, Or sometimes I just say I'd rather pay if I don't trust the person enough to do a trade. I'd rather pay, and I'll pay goods and services PayPal, and I'll like add the fee if needed or something like that if that's a concern with them. It's always interesting though. The overseas are hard because of the shipping cost. So even to Canada, it's still $20-$30 depending on weight and insurance and the duty fee and all this. It's like, and I just saw, Big Earn was saying that Funko doesn't ship to Canada. And it's like my legal agreement with Funko for monthly pops. We legally cannot sell it anywhere outside United States. Like we can do Guam and Puerto Rico because they're considered like properties, or I don't even know what the actual
proper nomenclature is for those
U.S. territories.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah. So I can ship there, but anywhere else I legally can't.
Yeah.
And so you would think that Funko would have it headquartered in Canada, like something. You know what I mean?
I think, it's kind of like they need to do more like the pop culture thing too. It's like they're kind of like the, I guess, shipper for a lot of the exclusives and that. Pick someone in Canada. Is it K-Dog and Fish? Is it some kind of retailer? Like, there has to be one retailer. I mean, Toys R Us seems to be getting a lot of the stuff now.
Commonwealth, yeah.
I'm hearing. So, yeah. Adam Glenn, welcome. Yeah, shipping is crazy. I mean, shipping in the States is getting crazier, too. Taking longer, costing more. I was surprised I got like 8 packages today from USPS.
So did I. And I was like, it's Labor Day.
I'm like, I guess they want to pay the guy overtime or whoever came. I don't know if a regular guy or not. We weren't expecting anything. And my wife's like, I think I hear a knock at the door. I'm like, okay. Because he doesn't ring the ring. He just kind of knocks and leaves. And like, he knows I'm coming out to get the packages and stuff like that. So
visually impaired.
We'll grab them. So we know him pretty well. He knows us pretty well. So it's like, but it was just weird because I've seen they do that though, because if not, they get so backed up with packages at their location. Yeah. If they don't get them out. I mean, think they skipped Sunday already. Probably a lot of stuff is coming in the truck. If they don't get it out, the trucks tomorrow trying to fit everything in might not be able to. I mean,
have you seen the UPS or the FedEx guys in their cars yet?
The cars? No.
Yeah, like there'll be supervisors working for FedEx and UPS delivering packages from their cars because their trucks, at least in our area, their trucks are so full. I asked the guy, there's a young guy too. I said, hey, what are you doing in your car? He's like, oh, well, I just kind of volunteered because our trucks are full. And you'll probably have like 5 different trucks hit this route where you live in one day. And so we're just kind of helping out the mix of it. But yeah, I was very surprised to get mail today. I've been getting mail. I don't remember. I remember asking Jeremy or captainpops the other day. I was like, when did everything start delivering on Sunday? Like, it's like, when did that become a thing? It was always forever. Like Sunday wasn't, you didn't get deliveries.
Sunday was, so I talked to him a little bit before when he came on Sunday one time, because he comes in like shorts and a t-shirt. Like, at least you can be comfortable, like on a Sunday. You don't have to dress in your,
is that your postal guy?
Uniform. Yeah, he's my regular guy. He was like my regular office guy. He's like, yeah, working Sunday. He's like, it's easier just to run around. He's like, we're required by like certain companies that have 1-day shipping, like Amazon and like Walmart and things like that have 1-day shipping. They, with their legal agreement, I guess they have to get stuff out sometimes on Sundays. So I don't know if it's like, just since they're getting that stuff out, they might as well get some of the other stuff out anyways or what. But I just thought it was interesting that, he comes in a shorts and a t-shirt on that day. He's in his mail truck, but just, is it the uniform shirts and t-shirt or just like plain Jane? Whatever I forget what he was wearing that day. I was like, hey, what's up? The guy we see is, a younger guy in that, and we've seen him, a bunch. He's been our mail carrier probably for like a year or so. So he's definitely seen a lot of packages from us. He knows us well. So
I always feel bad when I do the pickup, because I'm able to go to the back of the post office to drop in the semi drop off load.
Yep, I've done that before.
Hey Phoenix, and no, but sometimes I'll be like, man, it's raining, or I don't know, something's with the family where I just like, especially with COVID, everything's been crazy. So I'll do a pickup and I'll put like 52 packages. You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh man, but the packages are the little boxes.
Yeah, but still, our guys, like always, like I keep telling them, like, hey, you're dropping off 8, but I just took 100 to you, But it's like, but he's like, why don't you just let me pick them up? He's like, on my route, I can pick them up. I'm like, I feel bad giving you like 80 to 100 some packages. I think we have like 120 packages out there ready to go for tomorrow. But it's always crazy. Hey, visually impaired. Hey, Phoenix, welcome. So I did get something in today. So I did get this guy in.
There you go. Is that for your personal collection, or you auction him off?
I don't know. I haven't decided. Shannon's like, are we keeping him or are we gonna auction him? I'm like, I don't. She's like, depends on. He's got a weird glow though. Like you had one, right?
Yeah, I love this glow. What do you mean?
The glow on it?
Yeah, I loved it.
Isn't it weird? Like the head though has a weird, like a more glow than the body. Like I noticed.
Maybe I didn't spend too much time really.
No, just like on the black light, I noticed it had like more of that like textured paint, and then the body was more built-in glow, like it's actually in the vinyl. So, but it has a nice glow to it, definitely. A cool piece. This is definitely going to stay a Grail. I already put it in the pop armor.
I just bought the Kama and Chase again the other day.
Yeah.
And I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep it or whether I'm going to sell it. Or
I know. I mean, it could be to keep for just like a year and see how it goes too.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's such a cool. Like, what other besides? I mean, you've got some Jack Skellingtons that are like skinnier pops. Like I don't know any other what other skeleton pops are there? Like true skeleton pops.
Yeah, true skeleton like that. And they both are nice. Like I know some came in like beat up for people and stuff like that, and they came in really nice. Both of these. Yeah, I might look for I might get a second one and look for a deal on it if you find the right deal locally or something like that. The Chase can go. What did yours sell for? 400 almost.
440, 435. Yeah.
I mean, and it's like hard to get. You can see people offering, but I don't think a lot of people want to give it up unless they just got it and didn't care. There's people that got lucky and ordered it and like, okay, I got it. Wow, I got the Chase. Okay, I'm gonna sell it because it's worth this.
I didn't think I would actually auction mine off, but then I saw. The popularity, the want for it. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll sell it, because it's so popular and people are wanting it, because the guy that I got mine from, because I was able to order one before it sold out. And the guy that I got it from here locally, he ordered 2 and got 2 Chases. And I was like, man, you son of a gun. Like that's some luck. That's some luck. I was lucky to get the Chase, not the Chase, the Boba Fett and the Vader con sticker, but now I'm seeing everyone. I'm seeing a lot of people post the celebration stickers, so I'm like, oh no, is it not as popular?
I don't know. Well, I think the Boba was Funko only. It was originally, I think, supposed to be like Hot Topic or something, and then they changed it because when I looked on one thing, it said it was supposed to be shared and then not. But I did get this guy in the mail from someone.
Oh, look at that. Is that blue shirt guy?
So this is a nice one. I'm glad I was able to score this from your auction. A blue jacket with the white shirt. So very cool. Very cool, Mark Hamill. Now I only need one more, the all purple one.
Oh, the Joker.
I have the other Joker one that's like the regular Joker with him. I actually like that better than all purple. The all purple kind of reminds me of just the chrome pop. You know?
I haven't seen it in person, but from the looks of it, it doesn't look. It looks like more of like a matte finish, I guess. Not as opposed to like the chrome, like the Hulks and the Thanos as they did.
No, it doesn't look like. It looks more like it might be even solid. Like the thing with chromes too, they're light, they're hollow inside. Like they're nothing to them. It's just weird. I let my baby play with all. We have the gold chrome, like little the rockets and stuff, and Star-Lord and Spider-Man, and just kind of just mess with it. And the baby loves to just because the head, but they're bobbleheads, right? Yeah.
So he gets a kick out of it. So, but they're really light and they don't hurt when if he drops it on himself or if he's playing with it. But they're definitely I don't know. Let's go the chrome ones that just. I think the only chrome ones that are actually even worth is probably the blue chrome Star Wars one from the Chicago celebration.
Oh yeah,
those are they're still the same.
They're limited.
Yes.
Anything. Yeah. I mean, they're the chrome Freddies that are 1,000 pieces. I have one of them. I have the red one. There's some limited like chromes that are out there. Batman chromes. Those go for crazy amounts, the con ones and things like that. It's just because they're limited. That's really, I think, the biggest piece. Now, I will say I do like some of the, metallic is different than chrome. Yeah. Metallics look really good. Like any metallic, like I loved I wish they would do more like that. As they kind of did the chases in the early DC days. All of them had metallic chases.
The metallic.
Yeah, cool. I don't know why you don't see more of that going on now. Probably just because of cost.
Yeah, that blue chrome bigger, and that blue chrome Batman from Toy Tokyo. I think it was like 2017 or whatnot. Yeah. He's all blue. That has a little like black bat symbol on his chest. That's a cool piece.
I picked this guy up today too.
Is that the one from 7? Yep.
Yeah. Actually, these are still available, I think, on their site. They did not sell very well. Greg Gutenberg. You know what? I wish I'd rather, instead of having a Star Wars pop, I want a Heroes pop. I love the show Heroes. I wish I could get a Heroes pop with his signature. That would be even better. But he's I like him as an actor. I just don't. I think maybe they're a little high on price for him.
It was what, $70?
It was like $85 shipped.
Oh, shipped, yeah. So the Charlie Sheen one was really like, I was like, oh, it's really cool, but I don't know.
And the limited edition, like they don't have a chase or anything cool. Like 230 piece, which is nice. It's not big. 230 piece, and then they had like one with a special inscription on it and a signature for a little, like one out of, I don't know, like 30 or something like that. Yeah. So they didn't have a ton of them. They only had like 260 or so.
I would definitely buy him if it was the Heroes pop. Like
Heroes pop.
He's got to be like in his like police like suit or whatever. Yep. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, that would have been so good. That's my favorite show with him. That's what I think of when I think of him.
Heroes. He was actually a lot thinner back then too, because he gained some weight for the last Star Wars film. Gosh, man.
He's a good, I like seeing that. So another thing that I posted on Instagram, and I showed you, I think, too. So I picked up the shredder.
Where'd you buy that from?
So I bought it on Macari. I saw someone drop it on Macari, and I was like, $15. I was like, it's about what it costs anyway. Yeah. I haven't seen them anywhere else, so I was like, I want to be like I want to post about it. I haven't seen anyone post about this. Like, no one on Instagram's posting like, hey, I tried a can or got it or anything like that.
I just want to let you know. Because that's probably the most pre-ordered soda that we had.
Oh,
and as soon as you posted that.
Yeah.
Because you've said
your
before,
site got hit?
Oh, my gosh. My site took a hit, but my email inbox took a hit, too.
They thought I got it from you.
Yes. So... Josh got his shredder. Where's it at? I got messages, everything, and I was like, "Oh gosh!" Like, no.
Now, if I had a trace shredder, which I would have bought if they didn't want, they want a little too much for the chase shredder right now. And I know I have a good chance of pulling. I've ordered from you. I think I ordered from someone else. And I'm going to find them locally. I mean, it's 12,500. It's not like 600 of these were only made. Sure. I just wanted to get them early, but I opened them up and I got him out and I was like, oh, cool. He came in. I'm like, that's cool. And then I opened it up and I was like, why is this other can in here? And it was a Chucky. I don't know if the person made a mistake and sent me it or was just like, oh, cool. Here you go. It wasn't.
So you only ordered shredder?
And I only ordered shredder. So I don't know if they're just being nice and like they maybe got like 10 of these and just like
your Macari username ProfessorJosh.
So maybe they wanted me to post about that. I don't know. I was really shocked. But this is I haven't heard about these coming out yet. Like I haven't seen anyone else post though, right?
I ordered them a long time. So my shredders are coming in any day now.
Your shredders are coming in soon.
Star Child's coming in as well. And
so
then,
he should be right about that probably. Him or
Chucky.
Pennywise first, though. I thought Pennywise was before him, but maybe not.
I'm not supposed to get Chucky. I don't even have a delivery date yet for Chucky.
Yeah, I don't know how this guy got that. So I don't know if he works for Funko, got him at HQ. What? Like, I haven't seen anywhere post these that they have them at all.
Pennywise is supposed to ship to me next week. So you should be seeing more of the Pennywise.
Yeah. I thought Pennywise came before Chucky. So.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. So yeah, that the Chucky I don't. And there's always wave 1 and wave 2. Like Funko will send us an email like 6 months in advance and say, hey, here's everything that we have coming out. Like, for example, this month was for January.
Yep.
So place your January orders now. and then like November or December, they'll come out with the actual images of the products.
Yeah.
I don't know how Pops and everyone else gets them early, but they come out with the images of products and say, hey, now these are offered for pre-sale and Air Force. And then that's the wave 2 orders, because of those of us that ordered, 3 months prior to December, like here in September for January, we're going to get our products first. Wave 2 is going to get your product because you ordered in December. It's going to take it 3 months, right? So Chucky doesn't, for the sodas, does not even actually have a delivery date yet. So I don't know. And this, in my open orders report with Funko, was sent to me just 3 days ago. So
I almost always see someone post that they opened one on Instagram, though. I haven't seen anyone post a Shredder or a Chucky. So I don't know how this person got them.
Batgirl soda? I can check the Batgirl.
Batgirl soda. Oh, speaking of, you still have some of those pre-ordered up?
Oh, I have to check. As estimated, again, this is estimated, and this is what they send to me. Estimated shipment date from Funko to ship to me is October 8th for Batgirl.
Okay.
And Freddie Mercury. I'd have to check. I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, I obviously can go on my website real quick and say,
So
go on the back end.
Website up here for everyone, and they can use my code to save 10%. So they can grab a soda pre-order if there's any left. If not, keep an eye out, because you never know, you might get a next batch or whatever pop up.
I will say that, like, I will post about it. I think I have some Oogie Boogies. No, I don't. I'm all sold out of everything.
Oogie Boogie looks awesome.
Oogie Boogie is super cool.
That one looks cool. The Shredder Chase looks awesome.
The Shredder Chase just looks like a black light. Like, it just looks so cool, like a pop. That it's probably my favorite soda I've ever seen. I don't think I've seen one that I've just. I mean, the Chili Willy's cool because it's glittery and stuff. Yeah. Freddie Mercury's Freddie Mercury, right? I mean, that's really cool. But the Shredder Chase is sick. So I actually have 72 more that I've pre-ordered. 2 other cases that are coming in, but I don't have an estimated delivery date yet, so I'm not putting the pre-orders up on those.
No, wait, because you never know. They might. I don't want people.
January. Exactly, and I don't want people having to waste crazy amount. Like, we just had to go through. That was kind of one of our big learning curves with us, is we had to go through and update all our like pre-order policy.
Yeah,
it was there on the site, but no one visually saw it because you'd have to kind of find it. So I put the pre-order policy in every single pre-order listing, because I've got like a stack, not on this side, but on the other side of this pop display is all pre-orders of pops that are already sold.
You got 2 of them in, but missing 1 or something like that.
Exactly, yeah. Or like the imperfect pop section that you've seen, or the VIP section, they pre-ordered a soda that's coming in, or a pop, and so I need to wait because of like we were talking about earlier, shipping, man. Like, I would make no money but I will say this: people that has emailed me, and I'll honor this. I'm just saying this: people that emails me and says, "Hey, I didn't see that pre-order policy. I would really like to get that first pop that I ordered in first." I have shipped those out and done those kind of like one-offs or whatever. Yeah. And that's okay. Like, I think that's just doing the right thing and being good business practices. I'm losing money, but that's okay. Like,
I think you have to, like, I think that's why some of the people got out of the game of doing the like big sets of like all 9 of this like run come in, because Funko's been so crazy with shipping. They might get back into it once Funko gets kind of more stabilized with getting their stuff out on time and everything coming in together. But I mean, and plus so many things were like back ordered. Like, I had stuff when I ordered in January, it wasn't shipped to like June or something pre-ordered.
What was that? You told me about that. It was a set of something.
I ordered all the Venomized series from Shumi, I believe. Because they come in protector, they're mint guarantee, and it was cheaper than, going to the store and trying to find each one or whatever. So I pre-ordered from them way back, and I think I had a discount code to save something. I was like, and they had flat rate shipping then, like $5. So I was like, You get 7 pops or whatever it was for $5. That's a great one. So, and then Professor's new code saves now 11.1%.
That's funny. No, you're absolutely right, because like I'll give you an example. I just ordered the Alien Remix stuff, and I ordered Wave 2. Remember that? Well, I was telling you the difference between Wave 1 and Wave 2. So my stuff was not supposed to arrive till November, and I did a big old, like there's 7 of them, right? So it was a big old bundle. I can't even remember the cost off the top of my head, like, or the price that were. I was like $60 for all 70 of them, 77 of them. And
there's going to be 70 of them.
Yeah, right.
By the time they're done.
So I get a shipping notification, and Funko doesn't charge me until it ships, right?
Yeah.
So I get this huge, and I ordered 36 of each of the Alien Remix. So you can imagine it's a large order in terms of like cost. So I get this huge like chunk hit on my bank statement. I'm like, oh, sweet. We must have a lot of these, different stuff coming in. And I'm like, no, they're sending me Sully, Wally, and Roz like before, and I wasn't supposed to get the rest of them until November. So now I know what you're saying, because if someone ordered the set, which I'm thankful that I don't want to say thankful, but not a lot of people actually ordered the set. So because I don't want people to be disappointed, right? That's the big thing for me. I want people to have good experience with us. We only got a couple set pre-orders. And a lot of other people just ordered individual ones. So the people that did order Sully and Wally and Roz will get theirs of course, like within 24 hours. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like Funko is being really weird with their shipping. It's like,
and retailers are getting like weird shipments of stuff in and things early and late, and you're even seeing like crazy stuff with all the exclusives. I mean, Walmart getting the Hot Topic exclusive?
Oh yeah, that was so weird. Oh, like, what did you say? I think you said the other day to me that your Hot Topic got like 30 the Murder Batmans, but no chases.
Yeah, someone was telling me like there was none, and like one of the things got like a bunch in, there was none there, and it's just weird. Like even worse is GameStop, because every time I talk to any of the managers there, any of the people working there, I go to like 3 or 4 of them in the local area, and I know a couple of them pretty well, and talking to them, they're just like, yeah, if you don't pre-order with us, you can probably count it not coming into the store. So if you want to pre-order, put down your $5 on each one and just do it. So a lot of times I'll pre-order 2 just to get 2 in. But like they even said before, they get everything not in like cases like you would. You get a case with, say, a chase. You're going to get a case of 6 and 1 chase, right?
Correct.
5 and 1 chase. Well, they don't in their stores. They just get random pops in these. If you ever seen the pop protectors that GameStop sends in, the sorters, they're like the ones with the UPC you can see on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about like these.
Yeah, just like that. They get those in. That's how they get their pops in a lot of times now from Funko even. Like that's how Funko has like sent them, and then they go to their warehouses, and then they're just divvied up. So they could get no chases in a store at all. Even if you pre-ordered 20 of them, you could get no chases depending on what they send to that store. So before, in the past, they would be pretty good about if you pre-ordered first, the first 2 people on the list, if they got 2 chases, would get the 2 chases.
Sure.
They kind of like do that. But yeah, right now it's a crazy time for any kind of retailer, because I think they're cutting back, in general. We're seeing Funko cut back what they're sending people, which is good for collectors, I guess, because then you're not seeing them sit on shelves for 4 years like I see in like some Walgreens and stuff like that. But it's weird, like certain areas you think they would want to send more to, they send none. And then I see people send me shots of their like Walmarts and stuff like that loaded with pops.
Yeah.
And they sit on the shelf and they don't fly off the shelf.
I don't get it. Not ours, man. Maybe it's just our community. Like, I don't know. What's going on, Nerd Bar?
What's going on, YouTube? Peace.
Our community is weird. It's like when the STC stuff popped at Target, I got there like at 8:05, and I had never gone to Target like ever for a drop, but I wanted the Cyborg Superman. Like that's what I wanted, like just to have one. And I'm not even a big Superman fan. Like it looked like such a cool pop. I'm taking that out of box like that. I have a lot of out of box stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you go to my son's room, that's where we keep all our out-of-box stuff. I mean, I've got Kobe like sitting right here, and Big Boy, and
you see, like
Dwights and stuff, just like flopping
Yeah.
everywhere, and mystery minis and everything. I even have like weird things like the Summit little pop. I don't know if anyone knows who Summit is, but
I
don't even know what the heck this is. But at any rate,
Target, I think that sells.
Yeah. They had like Ninja in them, but I like Summit. I've known Jared actually for a very long time. But at any rate, like there was people lined up everywhere. And the funny thing was, I had my wife I'm getting all ready, right? I knew I was gonna get up early for SDCC, and my wife's like, "Here, go. This is the aisle." Like, and she sends me a text message of like the picture of this is where it's at, and not knowing my Target's processes, I'm like, I don't know, 15th in line, outside waiting. Of course, it's 6 feet apart and so on and so forth. And I rush in immediately like everyone else. And I go right to the back to the toy aisle, and there's nothing in the toy aisle. And, little did I know, all the SDCC stuff is at the electronics section, and everyone's in a line over there. And so I could have been, because there was several women in front of me that went to
going in the shop.
Yeah. and I could have been first in line to get all that stuff. And also the black light was the same scenario.
Yeah.
And didn't get anything. And I was very
mine have been there a couple times for a drop, and they don't even have the stuff out. It's all like in the back still, and we're like, here's what we're looking for, and they're like, oh, let's look for box, and they start bringing out all their Funko boxes, like any new shipment they got in. They don't even know what's in what box. They don't look, they don't know. Other times, other Targets I've seen put them behind the customer service counter, so they can guarantee one per person transaction, that kind of thing. The one locks them up behind the electronics desk.
Yeah.
Like, you have to ask for them. You don't see them sitting out. You actually have to go and say, hey, do you have any of these? Yeah, we might have one. Like kind of
I've seen that before. Our community is weird down here. I mean, I live in South Texas, and we have a population that, like, our county, for example, is maybe like, I don't know, like 300, 400,000 people.
Yeah.
So not very big, but we have 2 counties that make up what we call the Rio Grande Valley. And there's about 1 million people down here, but it's spread out between a 2-hour drive east and west, right? And just a collection of 50 cities. But everyone, those of us that live here would just say, hey, we're from the valley. But at any rate, yeah. So we have a weird, there's tons of collectors down here. There's tons of little collecting stores, the Facebook friends and family stores, like little flea market shops, like legit, I don't know, within a 5-minute drive, I can probably name off 10 different comic book stores that sell Funkos.
Yeah. And that's nice.
We have a weird community, and you wouldn't think about it because we're actually pretty small, but that makes the local shopping for me much, much easier when I want to do a mystery box or something. But
well, like you were telling me about the little place you go to, and you can find sodas and things like that. Like it's nice to have. That's like a weird shop though too, because it reminds me. My mom used to work part-time at a place like that too, like that did like Vera Bradley and like knickknacks and cards, and they made stuff. And then it's weird that now they also sell, like you said, they have 10,000 Funkos in there with all kinds of different stuff. So it's really interesting to see shops like that probably don't get as much collector traffic unless you know.
Your Target walks you into line to electronics and you're all lined up. That's funny.
They don't know how to do a drop at Target though. Target Con was a mess last year.
At least they did the one per person thing. I can respect that as opposed to the other places
Box Lunch or Hot Topic, 5 per person. That's ridiculous. When there's 100 people in line and you 5 per person, you got 36 of them in. That's just wrong.
When the concept series, the Darth Vader's dropped at the at GameStops, I was the first in line, waited in my car, 20 minutes early at noon, and I walked in, and the manager I know, I've known the guy since I was a teenager. He's actually a district manager, but because of COVID, they've had to make some cuts, and so he's centralized to this one store. I used to buy N64 games from him, when GameStop sold them back in the day, and PlayStation and whatnot. But So I walk in and he has 2 Vaders. I say, hey, can I have them both? He knows who I am. He said, yeah, sure. No one's here in line. And I felt really, I'm paying. And the guy walks in and is like, do you have any more? And I'm like, like I really felt bad because I got 2, but I drove.
But you waited in line and no one else was waiting in line.
No one was in line.
I did that too at like when they did the con. So I went to one that opened earlier in a big mall. And when they did the SDCC drop, everyone was waiting at all these places. So mine didn't open till noon. I went there and I was like, I wonder if they're not going to open at noon, like something going on. So I just waited outside and the girl came to the door and let me in. And I'm like, do you have anything? She's like, yeah, we have one of each. That's all they had is like one of. So I was like, oh, I want these 3.
Everything except
you get one free too. I was like, oh, and you get pop protectors. I'm like, what? You're giving me like all this stuff. I'm like, okay. So sodas. A couple of people asking about sodas in stores. So comic book. I haven't seen them really at any comic book shops for me. I see them at 2 Hot Topics. Get them in our area, and 2 in the box lunches. Those are the ones I see in store when you happen to find them. And it's just hit or miss. Like they'll get them in, they'll put them out. Sometimes they'll sit out because people don't know what they are unless you're looking for them. And they don't always put them in the most obvious of places too. But if I go in there and I see 3 or 4, I'll probably buy 3 or 4 because I want a chance at the chase.
Sure.
That kind of thing. So I've seen, I've gotten into box lunch and all those. Plus, that's the only way to get your deal because a lot of times they have buy one, get one 30% off or buy one, get one, half off or something like that. Because in those stores, they're typically $14, $15 at box lunch and Hot Topic, where at a comic book shop or something, they're usually $12 or so. That's like the retail price.
I think ours is, I think it's $12.99.
$12.99. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like no one's bought the sodas at our local.
They don't know what they are.
Yeah, they don't know. And I've gotten lucky the last couple of times. I've just put them up for auction. Like I didn't expect people to buy, but the Green Hornets, I didn't say Lantern this time. The Green Hornets, they've been selling. People want them to try to get the chases because it's only 6,000 piece, Yeah. And so when I walked into these places and they got a Green Hornet sitting there, I'm like, do you have any more in the back? And then they say, well, I got 4 cases. I'm like, I'll buy them all. I mean, I have to pay like all these taxes and retail pricing, but because I wasn't in the game yet. Like I wasn't a retailer for Funko when the Hornet.
You would have had to order probably last like October, November, I bet.
Probably, yeah. Because sodas I think every soda came out in 2020, right?
And no one knew what they were. When I would get them, they would just be sitting in the stores. Like when I would go to those Hot Topics and box lunches and buy them, I've gotten lucky to get so many because people didn't know what they were. I was able to just go buy them, like sitting in a store, walk up and grab them, and people wouldn't know what they are. When they first dropped the first day, there was some excitement about them, but like only like the real collectors knew about it. It wasn't the common person going in there and saying, oh, that's a cool Funko. Because first off, you just see this can sitting there and you're like, what's this? Now, Think Geek for a while sold them too. Our Think Geek is closing, sadly. That was my place also to get these, and they always had good deals. They always had some kind of sale going on. But they would put one out. They would open a can, put one of them near the 6 other cans or 10 other cans they had, and then people would see what they look like at least. So,
Think Geek. Yeah, I can't remember last time I saw a Think Geek was probably in like Houston,
in
a big mall.
Texas has a bunch. Yeah, Texas has the most, I think. Think Geek still open. I can't believe ours is closing. So if you want a $4,000 Iron Man, the big old giant statue, they got one for you. If you want one for your house, there.
That's legit. That's legit. I saw your picture.
40% off right now. 40% off.
And it's like what, 6 foot tall?
It is bigger than me. Yeah, it's huge. I don't know about shipping there. Maybe we can do it on a Whatnot auction. I can get $350 shipping for it. Right.
Where's G Serrano? He'll buy it.
It's a cool piece, though. Like I said, it goes down to 2. I'm buying it. $2,000. I'm buying it. So I told him that. Like once you mark it down to 2, I'll come in and buy it.
Did you ever watch Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can do the whole the what's it called? The time machine when they buy it and just like want to swap it.
They have to share it.
I'll split it with you. 1,000. 1 month would be mine, 1 month would be yours. And
I mean, I'm surprised at this point. It's probably going to get low enough. If it goes any lower, a comic book shop or someone will want to go in there and buy it.
For sure. I mean, I've seen the photo of it that you posted.
It's cool.
It's really, really cool.
It's neat looking. I don't know what else they have in there still at this point. We haven't been. We probably should have went, and they're starting to mark down stuff a little more, but they're probably starting to get to where there's not much.
Do you think that they've are just waiting until like future stuff that they've ordered is already coming in?
No, they said no more orders because they're affiliated with GameStop, so they stopped their orders, and then any pre-orders went over to the GameStops. In that mall, there's actually 2 GameStops, which make no sense. There's 2 GameStops and I think Geek. So,
do you have is it a big mall?
It is a big mall. It's one of those tourist trap malls. It's called the
3 stories and stuff like that.
It's just huge. It's actually 1 story. That's the crazy thing about it. It's like a really large, long mall to walk through. I would never go there during normal times on a weekend or on like a holiday. Forget it. Like any holiday times or anything like that. That place is insane because it's just, I think, close to that area, and a lot of international people go there and buy stuff before they go home. It's like one of those places you go and buy a ton of stuff. It's not the fancy mall. We have another mall that's like our fancy mall that has like the Gucci and everything.
The Burberry stores.
And all the kind of crazy price stuff. We have that, but this one's more like the touristy. Like every shop though is in there. So,
so when's your next Whatnot auction?
So I skipped this week. I took a week off. I decided. My wife was happy about that too.
It's a lot of work.
Took a week off, and we'll come back next week. I believe next Friday. I haven't seen the schedule for certain yet or anything like that. They talked to me trying to do maybe a different day. I don't know. It's just hard. Like they're like, do you want to do an earlier auction? But with like work and other things going on, kind of hard to do that unless it's a Saturday or Sunday. I kind of like Friday night. I like come hang out. I know it's not the highest viewers, but I think Friday night is still a good night to the people that come on have fun, enjoy themselves, and I don't think there's any like. For me, there hasn't been any difference in like competition of stuff and things like that. Like, I think some people get good deals. Some people pay a little more for harder to find things. And that's what happens in every auction. But I try to I like every 2 weeks now, so I can bring in new kind of unique stuff. I want to hunt. I want to find some stuff. I want to get some deals. I want to shop, locally, buy some collections and things like that. Or if I have to hunt online and buy some stuff, those kind of things, they take a week or 2 to get in sometimes. So, if I'm doing it every week, I'm just running ragged, always trying to get stuff and move things. And, it's kind of nice. Like you could probably have some inventory that you could sell already from the stuff coming in. But for me, it's mostly stuff that I'm finding deals on and buying collections and all those kind of things.
I haven't thought about like doing like new pops. I've sold a couple.
But you have a site for that.
Some of the black box stuff is sold pretty well. Like, people want. And so I've got down to like, I think the R2D2s, I had like maybe like 4 left or something. And I put 2 in the last auction and 2, thank you, Cannon. That's kind of what I do for a living, man. So, and then like I have 2 left now that I put up for auction too. And so, some of the more like, I like the black box or what I guess they're calling the vaulted editions now or whatever. Yeah. Just because it's the same mold and same design. So people that are not stingy about the boxes, like they're still willing to pay it because it looks cool. I think there's a lot of out of box, kind of like low key collectors as well. But so I don't know. For me, I just don't want to do common stuff. Like I see a lot of like, and I'm not trying to rag on any other auction at all, but for me, I personally don't want to do commons of anything.
Yeah. I'll have like a mix of like, if I have something in there, it's more like a buy it now, smaller piece.
Mama Bear
has an opportunity for someone. So
I gotta cut you off, man, because I've seen Geeky Mama Bear in like the community, right?
Yeah.
Like IG, she's been on lives and stuff like that. But I actually really didn't know that she was a YouTuber. And that's my fault for just not, looking out. And I was up late. My schedule was getting really weird. And I just like watched maybe like 5-6 of her videos. And I was like, man, this is legit. And if you go back to her when she first started, right?
Yeah.
You can see, I love it. Cause like you look at slap shots and even yourself. I mean, you've been doing this for a while. So your stuff has been pretty spot on, but like you can see the evolution of people. Cause like, so just a big shout out to Geeky Mama Bear because like I love the background that she has in it. Like she has the whole wall of just flipping Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like and it's so cool. Like I'm like so impressed. I was like, anyway, sorry for cutting you out.
No. I think it's great. If no one's subscribed, Geeky Mommy Bears in the house, Slapshots is in the house. Go check out their channels. Great content, good stuff, always fun. And I think that's the good thing about this kind of like YouTube community is there's a lot of people that have a lot of different styles and different things they do. You like them for different reasons, and that's the cool thing about them. But I think also a lot of good people just in the community too. I think you're learning about that. You're meeting a lot of different people now, and kind of learning like who's good to work with and who you like, and who's in it just for like the money, or who's in it because they like the community and like what they're doing and enjoy collecting and things like that too. I think there's people in it that it might not be as into like the collecting part of it and enjoy like all the kind of pieces around that. I mean, a lot of us are collectors first, and I just started a YouTube channel because I did Instagram lives for a while. People are like, you should do that. You should do a YouTube channel. Keep doing it. And I just like enjoying what I was opening with other people and doing stuff like that. But this was a way for me to like dive into sharing content and producing a little better quality, where a live is kind of like that's it. You're recording what's going on, what's happening, where this, I can kind of plan out content and all those kind of things.
Yeah, the ability to input, like you can cut things, you can make your transitions, you can do your graphics, your little, stuff like that. So yeah, no, I'm with you. I got in this business to make money. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, no. You are a business. You are.
I 100% am a collector. Like, I mean, this is my collection. It's not a whole lot. But that's not everything on there, but I mean, like all the top rows of the office, all that side's the office. There's Lord of the Rings. There's my Ready Player One stuff. Like I've got some stuff that I like kind of don't want to sell, like the Hercules and Pegasus up there. It's like, I don't know. I enjoy it. Well, I had a much bigger collection, but when I got into the fact of like, okay, I want to actually turn this into a business. How can we do it? Like I realized I don't need 500 pops,
And we just talked about that the other day. I remember you and I were kind of back and forth talking about like, the people that own like different shops and things like that we know, they can't be full collectors, because if you are, you get so much good stuff in that the only way to make that money off of it is to, have that opportunity to be able to sell it and make $100, $200, $300 off of it. That piece that you're like, I'm never going to see this again. But you could say, okay, I only collect, like you collect mainly The Office. You like World of Warcraft. Like you like certain kinds of pops. Like these are your small collection areas. You're not like, I don't need every Marvel that comes out, every Star Wars that comes out, every, those kind of things. So I think that's a big thing, even with collectors. Like my collection is getting like crazy, and there's stuff I can't show off because there's just no room for it. At what point do I want to say, I want to sell this batch of stuff? I want to focus on this.
When I bought my last collection, it was I spent $4,500 on it, and it was a bunch. I had all the entire blue chrome set from Celebration. Like that was a big appeal to the mystery box too. Of course, I had the Qui-Gon in it. Just a bunch of really nice OG. I was even Johnny John, I think it was today, he put all your OG Avengers set in the background. I only had the Hulk from that thing in that box that I collect. But the one pop that I kept for a while, and I just auctioned it off, and I'm regretting it, is William Wallace. from
You should have bought
Braveheart.
mine. You could have got a good deal on mine, I think.
So what does yours go for?
It didn't go as high as I thought. It's so hit or miss on the auctions. With things like that, you think, wow, this is like a pretty rare pop. You think it would go a little higher. I think it went for like $55 or $60.
I think mine went for like 70. And I wanted to. I was so like, can I cancel this order because like that's my it's William Wallace.
But you could find it. You could find it again.
I know. And I'm jealous of Geeky Mama Bear. She said she has the entire office. I'm missing like Dwight or Jim with, I can't remember which one it is, with the yellow hair, the blonde hair, and I'm missing 3 Hole Punch Jim. Like that's the only 2 that I'm missing. And I thought I had them all, but I was actually doing I was talking to Slapshot's Pops, and I was going through my Pops, and he's like, oh yeah, you don't have this one. It's the blonde hair one. And I'm like, damn it, I thought I had, excuse my language, but I was like, dang it, I thought I had all of them. So I'm missing 2 still. I know the blonde hair one is not like the blonde hair one.
Jim as the blonde hair. Is that the t-shirt?
It's either Dwight as I think it's Jim as Dwight or something. I don't know what it is.
Dwight with like blonde hair. Is that the t-shirt pack one?
Yes, it's the one from Target. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm missing that one. But that one is not as crazy expensive, so I'll pick him up eventually.
Yeah, you can look. You can find a deal sometimes on the t-shirt bundle packs and that. Just don't end up with a 3 t-shirt only packs like I did.
That guy's a jerk. Yeah. It's funny. Geeky Member said the Parks and Rec. When I got lucky, I know you got lucky and picked up a bunch of Burt Macklins. Like I was able to pick up 1, and and it was before Diz Pops or anyone like posted about it, said it's back up. I just happened to be on Hot Topic scrolling through the exclusive section on page 2, and Burt Macklin was on there, and so I was like, boom, boom, check out, got 1. Yeah, and it came in with a little ding in the corner, more of like a box like smudge. Like where it was kind of squished, and not really a ding. It's just it was kind of like not, the crease wasn't centered. Yeah, it was really I don't know how to describe that, but as soon as I got him, I told my wife, because I've watched The Office, anything like Jeff Daniels, like The Office and Parks and Rec. I don't know how many times. Obviously, The Office much more, but I got him, and I was like, oh man, do I start my new collection? Because I can get April, I can get. There's a bunch of Andy Dwyers. There's little Sebastian. Like, oh man, like this is going down the rabbit hole. Like Parks and Rec. There's the John Ralphio 2-pack, and it's like, I'm like, oh, I want it. Oh gosh, there's a lot of cool. Man.
So I start going sometimes down those rabbit holes when I go and I like really old sets, like things that have been vaulted for a little while. So I start like the Goonies was one of those I went down the rabbit hole early on, like about 2 years ago. I happened to get 2 in a mystery box, 2 different ones in one mystery box. So I got like Mouth and I think Mikey in a mystery box. And I was like, oh, I need to get these. Like Goonies is one of my favorite movies growing up. I need to grab these. So I started doing it, and slowly, actually, I
have any sloth?
Superman sloth. I got them for a pretty good deal. I think like at that time, maybe $250 or something like that.
He's like what, 500 something now? Like,
yeah, he was a good deal at that time too. I waited, I looked, I waited, I hunted, I waited for like the right listing on eBay to come up and make an offer or something. I think the last one was the regular sloth for me. I think I got Superman sloth before the regular sloth. But it's like, I love those older sets. I go after those kind of weird things, like the Monty Python set. I went after that pretty quick, and I like to hunt for those and find the right deal and get offers and look for that's the kind of stuff I love, because the sets are so small and they're not going to grow anymore. Like they're not making any more of those pops. Where Office, like what's the next wave? What's the next wave?
A bunch of more Michaels coming out. Like there's just it won't stop. The Office won't stop, and I'll continue to spend my money. Like just take my money, just take it. Like this is ridiculous. Like here's my wallet. Like just whatever, swipe the card whenever anyone comes out, because I'm going to buy it. I have the unique opportunity now to be able to pre-order it, obviously way before anyone, because I'm not really pre-ordering. I'm actually buying it and at my cost. So of course, like, if I buy a set of each, I can keep one. You know what I mean? Like
there you go. You make enough to keep it and be fine. And
yeah. I personally like so is eBay better or Mercari, Matthew? Like personally, like it's like Mercari, I've just gotten into it. I like their verification system. You got to verify your phone number, your email address, and then you have that government ID where you got to scan your driver's license, and then they do the little like symmetrical face verification thing with Mercari. And if I see someone that has 5 stars with 100 reviews or 200 reviews, I'm not even thinking twice about buying this pop from them. I'm immediately buying the pop. And I'm just like, I don't care what the price is because I trust that. You know what I mean? The people with the newer, 5 stars, but maybe like 10 reviews, I probably will pass. I'll wait till they get more established.
So like Mercari and eBay, I saw, what one's better. I don't know. Like Mercari is kind of cool, like how the offering works and stuff like that. Like sometimes I'm like, if they don't take my offer, oh well, like I can move on. I'm okay with it. But eBay, I mean, I was on eBay the early days, like when I was collecting like Magic the Gathering and stuff like that. When eBay first came out, when you had to send a check or a money order and wait for it to clear.
That's hilarious.
That was me. Like
my eBay account is literally like 15 years old. Like it's so ridiculous. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
those are some old days, man.
It's
there was a lot of scams. Did you ever get scammed on eBay in the early days?
I don't think so. I don't remember ever getting scammed on eBay. I remember, I think, I can't remember ever getting scammed because it was always like that. You had to send a money order and wait for it, and it was crazy. I didn't sell a lot. I bought more probably than selling.
I bought an Xbox 360 on, because the original Xbox and the 360 came out. So I bought a 360 when I was in, I think I was still in high school. I don't think the 360 came out in middle school. No, there's no way, because I was still playing. Original Halo came out when I was in 7th grade. I'm a little bit younger than you, Josh. And then tomorrow, actually not tomorrow, but Wednesday's my birthday. So I'm not excited about like getting older. I hate it because I'm starting to get the gray hairs and I don't want to.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, you don't, man. Yeah, just for men, you can't tell.
No, but gray's good. It's all good.
I bought a 360 on eBay, and no joke, a literal box came in, and a 360 box with a rock in it. Like, and I remember
like a return to a Target or something.
Oh my gosh! Like, I remember calling Dad, just super upset. Like, Dad, I got a rock, man. Like,
I will say though, Mercari's customer service is on point when you have a dispute or a problem. That's one thing compared to eBay. It's like back and forth with the seller and like whose fault it's who and stuff like that. Mercari almost like instantly like says, okay, we'll credit your account. We'll do this. Or like one time person shipped something to me and had something come in and the post office held it because they owed like $40 or $30 shipping because they did it as like one pop, but it was like a giant tiki tube, those tiki tubes.
Oh, yeah, Funko. Funko days or whatever,
like the box had to be like this big. They put it in. So it was like a $30-$40 shipping they owed on it. And so I paid it, and Mercari like instantly credited my account. And then they would go after the seller or not, pay out or whatever they're going to do, or maybe just take the hit for it for one time and give them like a warning on it or something. But yeah, they have always been really good. Like I got stuff smashed before, took pictures, sent it in. The guy was trying to say, no, you did that. No. And I was like, look, the box, man, the box is beat up. You sent it in. Like, I feel bad. And they made me send it back to him. Like, you're not going to be able to sell it now. You should have just packed it well in the first time when you sent it to me. But eBay kind of back and forth. I haven't had too many issues though with eBay either myself.
No, I mean, it's kind of the same.
I've heard horror stories from people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I've heard those horror stories when you go and you're like waiting months and months and months back and forth with disputes and stuff. But it's if the seller's got like good, last 6 months of recent, reviews and they're all positive, and maybe there's one neutral or something, or there's a negative in there, but you can look at the feedback and see whether the negative is truly negative, right? Yeah. It could be just some like, how people just get triggered every once in a while and then they could blow off and it happens.
Yeah, I think any of the things can have their issues. One of the things that's kind of cool about eBay though is it's one of the few that you can do international stuff with.
Yeah.
Buying and selling. That is kind of a thing because Macari, I'm like, oh, I see this great pop and someone asked me for it and they live in like Canada or something. Like I'll send you the link to it and they're like, we can't buy it. It's Macari. Like they don't do it.
Is Macari only US?
Yeah, I think it's not. I don't think it's anywhere else, or it might be only local to that. Like only sell within that zone. So if you're in like wherever, that it might be a Macari for there. I don't think they do any international shipping at all. I've never seen international on there.
That's funny. Yeah, no, that's. And it's funny that speaking of international, I know we talked about like Canada and stuff. Like, I'm curious if when you've got the pop culture stuff, but pop culture has had what they've had Bushfire Heroes. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, like what other international, because Funko is pretty big in India. There's a lot of Indian sites. There's a lot of Mexican sites as well. Me being so close to the border, like I can not really shop from the Mexican sites, but just because they won't ship to the U.S., it's the same international laws. Like if you buy outside, you can't ship to the U.S. and so on and so forth. But it's kind of like pop culture that has the RS, right? The restricted. I'm wondering when they're going to finally, like, when is England going to get stuff, right? Like rare, unique, like this is the London shop. Like I don't know jack about like stores over there, but
and
exclusive. So that like you said, you have a friend, right? That you ship stuff, right? Like you'll wait. I think that's you, isn't it? Didn't you say you had a guy that?
I've had like a reshipper, like they'll send stuff to a reshipper and then they'll send it to like monthly, send him a batch of stuff or whatever he gets in.
Yeah. So okay. So I'm just like, that would make it to where if there was like a Paris shop exclusive or something really cool that we could now trade. We got the Hollywood stuff. You've got the Paris stuff. Like let's, I mean, there's Disney World in Paris. Like, let's go.
They used to have a lot of like exclusives overseas in like the UK and stuff. I just don't know if maybe Pops kind of died out as much there. I know there's still a lot of collectors in the various things, but I don't think maybe the market's not as big as here, so they can't make as much money. I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. Like, I wonder how big pop culture really is as a company. Are they just like, because they're the Funko shop of international, really, like once you get out, but it's a weird place for it. Why in Australia? Like, how is that a good shipping zone? But maybe because they get all the stuff from the Philippines and China shipped to them. It's easy.
That makes
easy
sense.
to ship it right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I keep wondering and ask myself about why did Funko let go of those people, and then why is their stock? I have some Funko stock, and I get daily updates. So it's been sitting around $5.80, and it'll go up to $6.50 one day, and I'm like, okay, it's going to be on the rise. And then it goes back and down to the upper fives, and but like every time, look at this, look at 2020, the worst pandemic and since 1918 or whatever. Is definitely worse than swine flu and so on and so forth. But every single main con drop has sold out in minutes, or if you have to wait an hour, like then it sells out once you're in, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't that tell us something? Like I don't understand why they're having to let people go. And but I was talking to Slapshots about this, like Funko, the collectors we're gonna like, not we, but people are gonna leave because there's not a lot of there's no Freddies besides Frank and Freddy.
Yeah,
the same there's already a Frankenstein Freddy anyways. There's no like limited edition pieces coming out like that's been dropped recently. That's like, oh wow, I need to have this. Is Freddy Funkos in general this year have been nothing. And we were talking about the other day, like do something unique. Like if you're gonna make, if the mold you can make, because I know a little bit about toy making now, right? The mold is usually about 30 to 40,000 pieces that you can make. And it's a big steel mold that, you go on there, makes a piece, go on to the next one, and take 5,000 of those, like take 500 of those. And even if it's a Batman, for example, and make it metallic or make it gold or make it something, like just paint it differently and then slap a 250, dude, people go insane and the hunts would go back. just by taking such a small number of things. That's why I've been hunting for the Loki, the sign, Brian Marietta, whatever. I've been hunting for him. I've been buying boxes left and right.
I should ask the comic book shop that I was at, see if they'll open the other boxes up. I'm like, hey, what's in these? What's in these other boxes?
Yeah.
So I think they had about 6 left at their shop.
I've got about the same. I got one store that will sell them for $34.99, and then there's another store that's selling them $39.99. Yeah. So I'm doing the 34. I'm buying like 2 a week. I haven't bought any this week yet, but my father actually just flew in from Ohio today. I haven't seen him in like a year. So he came down for my birthday. So I'm I don't know if I'm going to go out and do any hunting this week. I usually hunt, but because I plan to do whatnot auctions like every week, so I need to hunt. And because
your dad to go hunt with you.
I don't know, man. Like my dad likes fishing, man. Like this, he doesn't know how to say Funko. I was on the phone. And he's like, "What's that Funko stuff again?
What's that plastic doll you buy?"
Yeah. You keep getting my wife to buy all these Funkos, man. Like this is ridiculous. So this is a cool piece I picked up recently. Yeah. I got this, and
nice.
I bought it from. It was either Web or Ness 357, the one from Whatnot. And so, just being that it's Ghostface and it's from 2014, it's hashtag minty.
Yeah.
But I know there's what do you call it? Fakes of those out?
Oh yeah, lots of ghost fakes. That's why the price is so low on them. There's so many fakes.
I paid for the authentication from Whatnot. I don't know what their process is to do it. I like this one because it had the sticker from the store still on it.
Oh yeah,
like the $14.99 wherever it was from.
Pretty easy. Probably Box Lunch or Hot Topic.
Yeah, just a pop vinyl.
Probably Hot Topic at that time.
I think so, because it says $12.50, and that's usually like a Hot Topic price. Yeah. So
Hot Topic was big in Funkos from early on. So,
but yeah, I like the authenticate. I don't know what they do.
They have about 10 points to go through. The one that's actually the authenticator, I believe a lot of them for especially higher end stuff, and that is Grant. I think Logan was telling me that Grant is the person for that. I believe.
Yeah.
I think one of them is really good at it and knows a lot. And one thing they do is keep pictures, lots of images of them, and fakes and reals, and keep a lot of stuff on file so they can look at like the fonts, the coloring, the what number's supposed to be on there, where's the stickers placed, all these kind of, every kind of little detail that's kind of on there. I think it's great for like a piece like that. If you really want that piece, that's the only way to buy it. I don't, I've had people tell me before. I've seen other, like the Freddy, of course, the Freddy Wise, the Pennywise one. So many people have told me, "Oh yeah, I bought this in store or I got this when it came out." Or I'm like, no, you probably a big one is John Wick Chase too. The John Wick.
There's a fakes of that one?
Oh, John Wick Chase, the Bloody Chase. There's tons. We actually have one, I think, out of box.
Hey, that's a whole nother business, man. Is that a real one or a fake one?
This is a fake. Well, definitely. When it came in, I knew it was probably going to be fake. I just wanted. My wife likes John Wick, so I just bought it just to have something a while, and I wanted to see what the box looked like in that to compare it for later on. But yeah, you can they try to do all they can with it, but you could tell just little bits on it and things like that the box was the fakest thing out there. The box doesn't look too bad. The blood splatter is kind of how you can tell on that one a little bit. I did get a Billy Pop, so from them. I got it from one of the sellers on there and got it authenticated.
Okay, hold on. You probably got it from the same person, right? Did you pay like 50 or 60 for it?
No, it was a lot less. It was like a lot cheaper than I expected too.
Because the person, when I saw the ghost face, they had a Billy for sale too, and it had the sticker on the bottom as well. And so I was like, I don't really. I'm not a big Billy fan.
No, I wanted to kind of like a couple extra horror pieces and things like that for us. So I grabbed it. I just also wanted to test their authentication stuff, like
Sure.
service, and go through things. And it's a piece that, like, if you buy online, it was actually probably cheaper than most people are selling it for normal too. So I was like, okay, well, it's a legit one. They're going to test it. Those kind of things are really good. I think that's, there's so many fakes of certain ones out there. Those are the best ones to go for. Or when you start getting to older pieces and you're worried about like condition and things like that too. I think I like that, like in between, because they can't say, well, I sent it to you and it was mint. It must have been the mail that whatever, because if it goes to them first, they're going to check it. I'm hoping they like probably photograph everyone they get in at that point and then send it on.
So Matthew, what I'll tell you about Whatnot is like the normal for sale stuff seems to be really much on point with PPG, because they actually will have, if you look on what they have, PPG, and then they have Whatnot prices, and the Whatnot prices has a range from like low to high based on obviously like condition of pops. PPG is obviously just one price. That's why PPG is a little skewed. I am not a fan of PPG, but the auctions, yes, the auctions, people. I mean, that goes for. Josh said it earlier. Any auction,
for anyone. Who wants it at that moment in time, and the thrill of winning. One, it's thrill of winning auction. Two, it's I want that pop, and I haven't seen it a lot. Or I just want it now and know I have it now and not have to hunt for it and worry about it. A lot of people don't live in like areas like we do that have stores. Like you said, you have 10 comic book stores you can go to and hunt and find things. Target, a Box Lunch, a Best Buy, all these places where they sell these. Other people, like, I have a Walmart in my town. That's all I have.
Hey, I had a ceiling. Like I bid $1,300 on that Buzz the other day, the G Serrano. Like I wasn't going over it. Like I knew like I was going to buy that piece.
It was going to be about 50. I was waiting for, I thought, who was going after it? Smeye?
It was me and Smeye and some other random guy. Yeah. And the random guy ended up winning. I don't know who it was, but that's a unique piece. I think there were like only 100 made or less than that or something.
That's when like PPG doesn't even make sense. It does if like you can kind of base it off of that, but it's kind of like the Reggae Rasta I pulled the other day. He's up there, but he's let's see. I think he's only a PPG like 3 something. I'm like,
but look at how many sales of that guy there are. There's like hardly any.
From 2010, and it's minty. It's a minty from 2010. Like someone put it and kept it in a good condition and didn't do anything with it. But I will say, here's one I got from. Actually, I got a mail call today. I'm a Disney fan.
The Dapper Dans. That's really cool.
So look at what the stickers on it too.
Yeah, the D23.
I don't think all of these had it because I saw them in the parks as a park exclusive. How much do you think I paid for this on Whatnot?
On Whatnot? I don't know, like 120, 150, $150.
$55.
No.
$55. It PPG's for 65, but I think that's with the park exclusive sticker, not the D23. I saw this and I was like, I'm grabbing it. I made the guy an offer at first and he didn't accept it. And I was like, all right, he's not going to take an offer. I'm buying it before someone else does.
Yeah.
Like these are the kind of things like you can't find these in the park anymore. They're gone. So the only way you're going to get one is buying it from someone that had it. And it's pretty good condition for a box this big. Like, I think we cleaned off some, like, residue that was on there.
What do you use to clean off the residue, by the way?
And everything.
What are you using, Josh, to clean off residue off the windows?
I usually use a little bit of hand sanitizer on, like, a
that's what I do, too.
A little bit of hand sanitizer on a Q-tip because it doesn't have as much alcohol, so you don't have to.
Yeah, I actually got this in today. I think I showed John. I don't know if I showed you this, but this is a Hikari. I'm going to try to sell this and a couple other things. I've got a bunch of Freddies coming in like this that are cool. 200 piece. This is a 750 piece Stormtrooper, and
that's nice.
It's the box is super mint, but it's like if you're a Star Wars fan, Like I can see people taking these out of box or keeping these.
Or just I mean,
cool.
it's 700 people. Like I don't think people get sometimes like that means there's only this many out there, and there's probably only like maybe 400 of them actually out there anymore.
Yeah,
you know, like people don't get those like limited pieces. Some of the old even Dorbs and stuff like that when they're like super limited. Like I guess people are just seeing like they'll pay $20 for a brand new Funko. But they're like, oh, I can't pay $5, 10, 20, 15 bucks, $20 for that limited Dorbs because it's the Dorbs.
You know what the funny thing is? Like I was looking up because I'm gonna be auctioning off Spock, right? Dorbs. It's a Chase and Common bundle, and then I'm gonna do the same thing for Jack Torrance. If you look on PPG, there's there's no one selling the Chase versions because people are keeping them.
Yeah,
the commons you can buy all the time, and there's still some retailers that'll sell them with a chance of Chase. Yeah, for the commons, but I feel like the people that are true like Star Trek, like Spock fans, or even The Shining or whatever, like they're gonna keep them. Like this, I don't know if I showed you this, but let me look over here. Like this, like all the Funko Pops of this guy.
Oh yeah,
are super expensive.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. So, and this Wacky Wobbler is some super mint, and I'm thinking about auctioning him off. And he's got Heath Ledger on the back, but I'm like, I think I might hold on to this guy. You know, because I couldn't find him anywhere, and when I did find him, like I got a super good deal, and it's from 2013. I'm like, okay.
So another great example of something like that is the Dorbs for Harvest Batman. So Harvest Batmans go for what, like 150 to 250, something like that. There's a Dorb out there that's a limited edition Dorbs. That's a Harvest Batman Dorbs. Like you can
that's cool.
Stuff. So I picked a couple of them up. I thought that'd be cool for like when we do a Halloween auction and stuff like that. Like smaller pieces, but they're limited. Like people don't get like some of these things aren't as easy to find. Like I don't get when something's vaulted and it's only like $20 or $30 and you can't find it, like vaulted from 7 years ago. And I'm like, okay, so you want to try to sell me a common that just exclusive that just came out in the store that there's probably 30,000 of them out there for, and you want to try to sell me it for $30, but there's this vaulted piece that's $30 that you won't be able to find. If you're lucky, you'll find someone selling it in a decent condition.
Yeah. Like, I was surprised at those Warcraft pops. Now that's really a niche market, but those are like 6-year-old Funkos that are good condition, that are super old. And I'm like, I haven't even seen these before. It's like the Star Trek ones that I have going for sale on Thursday. I have the whole Next Generation set. I've never seen those in person. I know they're out there because you can find them for sale. But I just have never seen them
in mint condition.
Yeah. I think there's one. I think Worf or the Klingon has like one little ding or something, and it's like in the back, and it's just a little fold or a little crease, and it's like, no, they're all great. Like Picard is great. Like Data looks amazing, and I'm like, I'm not like a huge Star Trek fan, or I would probably hold on to him, but. Anyways, do you have any of the Fun Day pops from last year that are Shocker Rucker or Elwood or any of the? No, I don't.
You know who has a lot of those? I don't know if they're a little higher, but I seen them on Gemini actually. Gemini Collectibles. Gemini has a lot of some of the like Elwood and stuff like that. So they really drew like a limited amount of people to those kind of things too. Like it's really interesting. Yeah, Hikari, it's, those are weird. Those are weird pieces, but there's some cool limited ones. Like Gemini has some really cool limited ones I've found too. Like I like that's one thing that I think, because Gemini is such an older company with Funko, they have some of the weird stuff on there still on their site that they have gotten in. And
I think they have some old like 7-year-old Wacky Wobblers too.
Oh yeah, they have Dorbs, like tons of Dorbs. And
I want to say I bought a Colonel Sanders from them like recently, and it hasn't come in yet.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, that's a really cool Wacky Wobble. I'm just gonna keep that myself because it looks old. Like just it's KFC. It's pretty cool.
Slapshot sent me this in my mystery box. So he said someone was selling a bunch of their collection of Wacky Wobblers.
Oh, so, Brian, that's so
Brian.
Cool. Yeah, Family Guy.
Let's see if that has a date, or I have to scan it. I'm gonna have to scan it and see when it's from. But it's from Tower Records. That'll tell you something. Like how old it
Holy
is.
yeah, it's got to be at least like 7,
Tower Records.
8 years old.
Let's see. It won't even come up in the app. I'll have to look it up. They don't even keep these things in the app, or at least the UPC code. So let's see.
Brian Wacky. Search in the data. Yeah. Website is under heavy load.
Yep, I got that too. We broke it. Everyone's looking up Brian right now. So
right. Like, I'm going to find out the prices.
I mean, this has the copyright date for the 2005, so it must be 2006, it says on the price tag. So it was April 6, 2006.
So it probably made in 2005.
Yeah. And I have a Alf one from like 2007 or something like that. Alf.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
does he have like a cool nose and stuff? Like,
yeah, oh yeah. They never have made a pop of it. You know, it's cool. Those things are cool to find because you can't.
Like, I have like certain pops I'll never get rid of because like I have the original like Lion King set. Yeah. Like I'm not like a huge Lion King fan, but I mean I grew up on it. You know, I was like 7 or 8 when it first came out, and yeah, like Zazu is such a cool pop. Like the live action ones suck, but like Gumby, like I'll always keep Gumby and like Where's Waldo pops because they're really cool. Like the Dr. Seuss one and stuff like that. Like it's just memories, I guess.
Or like I got the DeLorean. That was my first pop ride. And that was probably like when it came out. It was in like Barnes and Noble or something like that. I remember buying them. So, you know, that one, and I bought the Ghostbuster, Ecto 1. And then, you know, those were my first pop rides. I had like Star Wars ones before that. And like I got Russell retail, you know, like, so I've had stuff from 6, 7, 8 years ago that I've bought.
You know, it's funny about the DeLorean. Retail. My nephew, my brother has 3 kids, 3 boys, and his oldest is starting to get into pop collecting, but he takes everything out of box. And so he asked me, he's like, hey, I'm collecting all the new Back to the Futures. Do you have any Back to the Future stuff? And I had just got in from Entertainment Earth, like that I pre-ordered from 2019, like the Clock Tower one. Yeah. And I had a DeLorean, and I sold him both of them for $15 because that's what it cost me for shipping, because he doesn't have money as a kid. You know what I mean? It makes a little allowance. So yeah, so I I kind of regret selling the DeLorean because it's a nice pop, but you know, hopefully he holds on to it for a while.
Yeah. And keep the box. Tell him keep the box nice. Put it away.
No. He these kids are going to destroy them. I didn't even have. I knew it was going to get destroyed, the boxes. So I don't know. Like hopefully they cherish it and they hold on to it for a little while. Maybe it becomes a passion of theirs too. Because their grandfather is a huge Coca-Cola collector. Like I sent him all the Coca-Cola bears just for free and stuff. The 10-inch, the flocked, and the regular. I just sent it to him because he's a huge, like his whole downstairs is nothing but Coke and like Hot Wheels, Coke, and all this other stuff. Like you'd be so surprised at people that you meet on the street. I was thinking about this the other day, and go to a comic book stop, like go get lunch or something, and go just park in front of a comic book store and sit there and eat your lunch and watch who walks in and out of that place. Like people in suits, like old, young, you know, just who, it doesn't matter. Like I saw this guy full suit up, just huge old like Hulk statue walking out of a comic book store the other day. I was like just sitting there eating something, and I'm just watching him like I would never guess that guy is a huge collector. I mean, this giant Hulk, and so boy,
it's always crazy because you know those are the people like they didn't have the money maybe as a kid growing up to buy what they wanted, or parents couldn't buy it, you know, depending on how they grew up and everything. And then now they're making money and they're like, I want to buy what I couldn't get as a kid, you know, or I enjoyed as a kid.
Sure,
I could, you know, spend a little more money for those toys and collectibles that I wanted.
So we just learned that Parker is a creeper. Now I was just eating my lunch. I was actually sending you an Instagram message, just like picking up food and sending you an Instagram message. And I stopped and said, hey, before I walk into this comic book store, because they typically have like some older pops on this like rare shelf. I wanted to go check it out. I also have been looking for some Darth Maul like figures because I'm like a kind of like a closet Darth Maul fan. Like I love Darth Maul. I'll have to send you this. I dressed up as him for Halloween one year. It was sick. Like it was really, really good. Like got this really expensive mask. It cost me almost like $200 and it just super cool. And the costume itself was like another, I think 200 or something. It was just decked out, perfect Darth Maul. And this is before I put on a couple pounds, but at any rate, yeah, I don't have any Darth Mauls, and I want them all. Like I want all the Darth Maul pops, and I want all like they have in the local store. I might go and buy it just to have it, but they have a Darth Maul hot toy that's really, really cool. It's $250 though. The lightsabers, it's a hot toy. Those figures are legit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's really, 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 really cool. And I'm like, because I'm always thinking about, for my auctions or for whatever, what can I put in the background? Like, I don't know. I don't have any special background right now. I'm not like a YouTuber, so I don't really need anything special, but for the auctions, I want to have like something that's kind of like cool and unique. And so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that
Darth Maul toys, man. People love those hot toys. Those are crazy. I finally ordered my first one, pre-ordered my first one.
What'd you get?
The Mando and Child.
No kidding.
I just thought it looked great. It was a cool piece. And that piece is just going to explode in price if you didn't have it pre-ordered.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. This hottoys.com, is that what it is called? Like,
you go to what Sideshow Toys or whatever. That's where you order it in the US usually. Sideshow.
My Brian Wacky Wobbler thing popped up. It actually doesn't show the year.
Sideshow.com. They have crazy hot toys there. That's their main like North America, Europe distributor. So they got some pretty awesome ones coming out. Let's see. Maybe I can show this on screen here. Let's go. Where is Mando? And you can get a full-size child, I think, if you really want.
Oh, that is sick. The Mando with a child with a little baby popping up.
The deluxe one. That's what I got.
The deluxe version.
Yeah.
How much is that bad boy? $315. Oof.
But it's also $3. You can do it over like several payments over a month. So I
see that. Yeah.
More okay with it. Let's see if I can grab show everyone here. Let's see.
Life-size child. Oh my gosh.
Chrome tab. Let's see. There we go.
That's insane.
All right. So can you see now?
Hot toys equals poor. Oh yeah, we can see it. Yeah.
So this is just.
That's a whole. John and I were talking about this the other day. Like Hot Toys is just like Funko is the cheap men's collector toys, and then Hot Toys is just like something else, man.
People pose them every day, every week, a different pose to get their money out of them. You got to move them around. You got to pose them different actions. I mean, these are like pretty awesome. Like even how they do like all the flames and everything with the deluxe one, the child with a little necklace, and it's just crazy. Like these things look so real too. Some of them look so good.
Yeah, I kind of want to. The Mandalorian helmet, $750. Like, it's an actual replica. Like, I don't know, man. I could see me doing a little, it's coming on this little helmet on.
There's so many these coming out. So I know that one's a hot one. I think this one's going to be a good one too. Like, I don't want to fall into the hole of Hot Toys. But here you go. You can have your Darth Maul.
Is there? I can't. I'm looking for it right now, and I can't find it.
There's a cupboard, but you might not be able to find it because it might not be available anymore. Might have
1 to 10 statue, $89.99. I don't know if this is the same one. It looks like the same one. Yeah, treat yourself. Next business day? Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, I think we're all going to get broke.
Start buying hot toys and we're all broke. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, man. I wonder what these would go for, like on an auction.
It's so
Stuff that's
it's a
obviously
crazy
sold
market
out.
because, it kind of like has to be like someone looking for one. And, but I've seen like people all the time, especially if you ever been on Jetta Patrol, is of course a huge hot toy person.
Oh, yeah.
For YouTube. And if you go on to his group, a lot of people ask like, hey, is this a good price for this one? Someone's like selling it for this, those kind of things. Some of those can go $500+ like double their money, how much you like get it for $250. Later on, it goes for $500, that kind of thing. Other ones, it could be just depends on the one out there. Depends on if they make another one of it that's better too. Like has better look to it and stuff like that. So
I'm wondering, like, is any of the lightsabers actually? I've seen Jetta has some stuff that lights up. I'm wondering what those are. Like,
or you could maybe buy them extra. It's a whole different world with all those.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely a high end collectible.
I'm gonna have to. God, I got to stick to one thing. You know what I mean? Before you know it, I'm going to be emailing Hot Toys and be like, "Hey, how can I become a distributor?" You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think you can though. I don't know. Like, I don't know how. Like, sometimes I see comic books have them. Comic book shops have them, but I don't know if they buy them and then sell them for a markup or what. Because I mean, it's through Sideshow, so maybe you would have to buy it through Sideshow as the distributor. So they are what a comic book shop, I guess, would buy them.
Slapshot said, "I'm gonna mow my front lawn in a Mando helmet." Like,
like what are what are they called? Cos babies or something like that. Like, there's like weird other things that are like really detailed little ones that they make. So it's a whole nother, like we were talking about the other night, the whole designer toy market area too. Like, whole different world of
so many different things. There's just so many. I mean, obviously, I think within our like community, there's a number of YouTubers and there's a number of people you see and talk to and hear from on a daily basis, that we have like this group of, I would say, like, I don't know, 20,000 people, but you see the same 100 people every single day, right? Yeah. I think that we're all like, we all collect the same thing now because we're all so like sort of close, I guess you could say. So if you see someone get a chomp, like, you're like, oh, that's cool, I'm gonna get a chomp. I bought a chomp. You know what I mean? I don't know who bought one, and then there's like
FOMO, man. FOMO.
Well, for me, it's not really FOMO.
When it's limited too.
Well, and I got one of these things too. I'm sure you have one.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to splat just to see what it was. Like, it's nothing special, but
I supported the kid too. A kid was making them.
Yeah.
Like, that was the cool thing about those. Like, I bought actually several different ones, like of the limited one. I was like, this kid's starting his own company. He's like 16 or something like that and trying to just do a designer toy company. I'm like, I want to support him. Like, I'm going to pay this for a Funko, or I'm going to buy one of his things to support him. Oh, I'm going to buy one thing to support him.
Oh, yeah.
A couple
same
things
thing I did.
Like,
I was like, I mean, obviously, he doesn't have much like help and direction wise too, because I've talked to Xavier via email on several different occasions, and he's too young to incorporate the business, and there's just like his parents are letting him actually legit do everything himself.
Wow.
Up and downs, learn his mistakes, failures, everything, success. Yeah. So I can respect that as a parent myself. So good luck to him. You know what I mean? Like, I wish him the best.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, who can say I tried this and started this, and as long as he didn't like lose all his money at it, or if he does, he'll learn from it too, and then be like, do it better next time when he does.
Well, who can say they've gone through that life lesson at that young of an age? So I mean,
he's ready for his next company, if nothing else.
Good for him, man.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Yeah, some cool stuff. So should we give something away? We got a small crew here. Should we give something? Anything?
I don't know. I mean, did they want anything?
I don't know. Maybe maybe we can see in the chat if they want anything. I
can definitely put together probably a cool little mystery box or something.
Yeah, I think it would be cool to get I think a lot of people like just different little things sometimes. I like in the surprise of different stuff, not just like the same. Sometimes you could go buy whatever Funko, but if you can get something like even you never like thought about grabbing something like that too, and if nothing else, you pass it forward to someone else that wants it. That's what I always say.
I think we have our winner already. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, there we go. Here's all. Oh, giveaway! Oh my god!
Hot toy. Slapshot said he's doing a hot toy. That's
I'll take a hot toy if you're offering. Yeah. Oh god.
Slapshot is putting up one, I think. Right?
Hey, that would be a really cool giveaway. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I know we're on the Funko community, but
yeah, forget doing. I wonder. I've never seen. I don't know. I'm probably not big enough part of like the hot toy community because I don't really have any, other than the one I pre-ordered. But I wonder if people do like crazy stuff like raffles and things like that for hot toys like out there. I'm sure there are some crazy like stuff.
I hope it's limited, like it's like 110 in one. You know what I mean? Like some type of stuff like that. Like, because I would hate to do, like that Pop King Paul King Griffey he did the other day, like 100 slots at $50. Like I'm not taking that risk. Like
that's I just wondered like stupid. If you can't do a mystery box with hot toys, right?
No, yes,
you could if you wanted to buy like every mystery box
$10,000 worth of stuff,
and get 1,020, like maybe a super rare hot toy or something out of it. But I don't see a hot toy mystery box coming around anytime soon. So
I'm giving away my kidney for hot toys.
Everyone wants hot toys now.
Yeah. Well, I know. Now you're gonna have to buy one, and sooner than waiting for your Mando.
I know.
And just do a review.
I wish they came out with it, for season 2.
Well, I haven't watched the trailer. I was just watching. I think you said it. Slapshot said it, and your recent videos. Like, was it October 30th? Was it?
Yeah, right before Halloween.
That's
Friday
really cool.
Halloween.
My son likes it too, so and I have my son for Halloween, so I know that he's gonna like, hey, let's watch Mandalorian. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh yeah, that would be a good one.
But man, let's give something away, and then I'm gonna get out of here and spend some time with my old man because I haven't seen him in like a year. He walked in, and because we have the baby, like he was like, I'm gonna go take a shower because he was flying and traveling and stuff. And so I gave him a hug because I didn't really care. I said, hey, and then I saw him for like 2 minutes, and I was like, hey, I gotta do this live. I totally forgot about it. Sorry, Dad. Like, at any rate, so. Yeah, you tell me I'll let you pick or figure that out.
I don't want to pick because I know people. I know people. Let's or we can do. I mean, there's a small enough group we don't have to do a random comment picker. But if you do want to do like hashtag something, whatever. How about just say Mandalorian in the comments, and then we'll randomly pick someone. So everyone put Mandalorian in the comments. You don't have to hashtag it. See if you can spell Mandalorian right, and then
guarantee people spell with an O. You know what I mean?
Mando.
Mando.
Everyone calls him Mando, so he should be Manda. But then he sounds like Amanda. So
yeah, I've done that so many times. I'm like typing in like the D23 value of that Mandalorian, and I'm like, oh, MAND, A, like.
And StreamYard's slow on like updating my comments and going back and forth.
Give it to Matthew. Mandalorian, giraffe. Well, Slapshot, you were out. You hit the road, Jack. You lost. That is not how you spell Mandalorian, sir.
All right. Mandalorian. You know what? I don't know if Matthew has ever won anything on a live with anyone. I think he's been really active the whole chat.
Yeah, he's been here the whole time. Matthew, just reach out to me. Just reach out to me on IG. I'll hook you up.
So he'll be Dark Eye on IG, I believe. So
that's cool.
He'll reach out to you.
Geeky Mama Bear's been in here. You know what? I'll do. Look, I know there's a couple. Let's see. There's Kevin. I'm giving away the boat here. Let's see. We got Kevin, Matthew, Adam, No Manner. I know Geeky Mama Bear's been here. Slapshot, you're not getting nothing. So you got about 5 people. Just everyone hit me up on IG. Matthew, I'll make you a mystery box, but I'll send everyone something. One of the kids had a nightmare. They start school tomorrow. Oh boy, yeah. Been there. Yeah, my son started last week.
We've been doing virtual the whole
we're doing virtual myself. 2 or 3 weeks. Everyone just hit us up on IG. We have been a little slower on the giveaways of shipping everything out just because of everything going on. So just be mindful of that. I have about 10 giveaways actually sitting over here in the corner already pre-packed that we're shipping out tomorrow. That's from like 1 and 2 weeks ago, and the stuff from our Whatnot live. So I would say within the next week I'll ship them out. But yeah, just send me an IG message. I'll give everyone something. That's cool.
And you better be following Monthly Pops, or he won't accept your message either. So got to follow him on Instagram at least too. So,
yeah,
always a plus. So thank you. Hope you have a good time with your dad this week.
I'm excited. Yeah, he'll be here till Friday. So
nice.
My wife said, "Hey, what do you want for your birthday?" And I said, "I want to see my dad."
Nice.
So, as you get older, you don't really need shit anymore. Excuse my language, but
yeah,
it's just you don't. And so I just want just kind of wanted to see my dad. And
it's always that's. Enjoy it. Enjoy every minute of it.
So, yeah. I know that's a sensitive area for you, and I don't want to bring that up, but
no, that's okay.
You completely understand what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've had so many friends in the last several years lose either their mom or dad. So it's always.
My wife just she had a friend that she went to high school with that's an attorney now, and she's upset last week. My wife's a good friend from high school's mom died, and then she comes to me today and said, "Hey, the dad died." Both today. Oof. Within a week. Wow. Both from COVID, and it's we have one of the worst counties in all of America down here in Hidalgo County. It's really, really bad. Our little county is worse than Dallas and Houston and San Antonio, these really big, Fort Worth, these big areas, Austin. We have more deaths, but being so close to the border, diabetes is a big thing because we eat tacos all the time. So, who doesn't like tacos? So I don't know. But at any rate, everyone just reach out to me. If I don't respond this evening, I'll respond tomorrow. Or if it's not me, it's going to be someone else within Monthly Pops, and we'll, get your shipping information. And I'm seeing messages fly through here. So we'll get you guys something. And what'd you say, Matthew? Matthew was Dark Eye?
Dark Eye.
Okay.
Dark Eye, Matthew.
We'll get him. We'll get you a mystery box, and everyone else will get you something. A pop or maybe a little, I don't know, some minis and pezzes and keychains, maybe a shirt. I've got some shirts. I got your shirt. Look, this is half my shirts just laying around. This is a shirt I was going to send you, the one that you wanted.
Oh yeah, the Loki one. Nice.
Yeah. I still got to open the other boxes, but I got a bunch of shirts here. I'm sure you have all these. You have this one for sure, the Anakin one.
That one's a cool one. Yeah. That one's a really neat one.
I
like
keep
it
not
simple. Black too. I like that. It's a different Funko shirt. So you have an auction coming up this week, right?
Thursday at what's 9 Eastern, 8 Central. I'm in Central, so it's 8 my time. We're going to be doing Star Trek and Star Wars. It's the whole. Essentially, I have probably more Star Wars. Star Trek is the whole Next Generation set. I'm going to auction them off individually, but Yeah, we've got a bunch of Star Wars stuff, a bunch of Hikari, a bunch of vinyls, just rares. Like, like I'm so surprised your Greedos didn't go for more, but they got a good deal. Some things is up, some things is down. I've got a Han Solo and Greedo pack that I'm gonna auction off.
Cool.
That I've had sitting around for a while, and hopefully someone gets that a good deal. I've got a bunch of Chase Murder Batmans I'm gonna auction off, so hopefully people can get them at a good deal.
Yeah, so this is your Whatnot auction. So we've been doing them. Me and you have been doing them the last couple weeks. So I've taken a break this week, but monthly pops. So if you haven't downloaded the app, go onto my Instagram, and I have it in my Linktree. So I have it right there. If you've never been on there, I'll give you like $3 off the first time for you too. So it's kind of nice. Kind of pays for shipping the first time. With it.
You can find some really good deal. I know we were talking about some deals like that deal for the Dapper Dans is amazing. The Ghost Base,
search. Look like anything else.
I got this pop is almost 7 years old. It's authenticated, and I got it for $35. 35, and it's minty. There is one little thing like up here, like one tiny thing around the whole box, and I was like, $35. So you can get stuff. Obviously, people will sell them for higher price. Auctions just depends on if someone wants to buy it or not.
Yeah.
And so please come out and support me Thursday night, 8 p.m. I'm very low key. Like I have, Beatles and Rolling Stones and just music playing, and I'm very interactive with chat. My auctions tend to go a little bit longer because I like to chat and have fun.
No more 5 hours though, right?
No more 5 hours. No. I probably will find a Prince or something and maybe do a 3-minute auction just so the whole Purple Rain can play. That just makes it fun and interesting. Rest in peace. So, but anyways, I'd appreciate anyone coming out and just saying hi and stopping in. Hopefully you can get something at a good price. I've got a lot of really cool pieces. So
I don't have a lot going on because I don't have an auction actually this week, which is kind of nice. I have 2 videos that I'll drop this week. I'll drop one on Wednesday and I'll drop one on Thursday. So a bonus video for everyone on Wednesday. So normal time in the morning. So check those out. And then I'll have next week on our live, we have the Poppin' Duo. So I'll have Vince at least. I don't know if Vince and Gabby are coming on or just Vince, but I know it's a school night. So if it's just Vince, it might be just one of the Poppin' Duos. But Vince and Gabby, they're a great channel to check out. They'll be coming on next Monday. And then I believe next Friday. I don't know. I haven't confirmed yet because they kind of wait to confirm all the week ahead. So, but I'll probably be like an auction again on Friday. I think I like a little break. So
yeah, very cool.
This week I needed a break. It was good. I did 3 weeks in a row. And I'm ready.
It can get tiresome. You know how it goes, man. So we've sold close to, I think we're at 250 items or something like that on Whatnot, and
I'm at 3 something. So I've been going extra week than you. So
that's right. Yeah. You had one after your first auction, which was I think the number like 6 ever auction ever.
Yeah, I was really early on. I have sold 324 items. So
I'm gonna check mine really quick. I started getting a bunch of those notifications today, and I was like, yes.
I know that it's spread out. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Let's see here. Just before we end the stream, I want to see how many I have there. I have sold. Have to click the selling tab. 223. Yeah, nice. 223. So
223. So you'll probably beat me after this week. You might be ahead of me.
It depends. Like right now, I think I have like 50 things, 60. I'll probably do 100. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll
buy it now. You'll have a good 20, 30 things on buy it now, probably.
I've got a bunch of sodas I'm gonna do. So that's usually the bulk of like why there's so many items. So
good night, apologist. Have a good night.
All right, we'll see you guys. Appreciate everyone stopping by.
Yeah, I think we're ready to wrap it up too. So thanks again for joining me. We had fun.
Yeah,
always great to chat. We always chat anyways.
Every day. So.
And great to have like a bunch of people on with us to chat. Good community. So good times, everyone. Thanks for coming on. Hope everyone has a great night and great evening. And we'll see you live at least next week. But, there's plenty of other people that are doing lives throughout the week. Check them out. Go visit some other YouTubers, see what's happening, see what's going on. So always appreciate the support, but always appreciate, I like to go watch other people and see what's happening too. But monthly pops, Thursday night auction, be there. I know I'll be there. Maybe I'll grab a couple things. Who knows?
Cool.
You never know.
Well, love to have you.
All right,
man.
Good night, everyone.